Alright, welcome back to Ratchet and Clank, and this is the beginning of New Game Plus. So I'm actually going to have an episode in which I show what this New Game Plus is all about, and then I'll upload another video in which I pretty much going to probably cut out all that stuff, and you'll see me buying stuff like the Rhino and the remaining gold weapons, as well as the premium nanotech. So yeah, as you can see, we don't actually have any gadgets. What New Game Plus does is you keep the amount of bolts you have. You keep all the weapons you've collected. In fact, you don't have to get the PDA again. That stays with you. So you play the game through normally, but the enemies are going to be a bit tougher. Well, not so much in this first game, but that's usually how that plays out in New Game Plus. You usually have a bow multiplier, but that wasn't introduced in this first iteration. Although it seems like you do get twice the amount of bolts on New Game Plus, somewhere around there. But in other games, you can get all the way up to times 20. What do I want to add in here that's not already here? Oh, the flamethrower. Well, the Glove of Doom as well, but these are my 8 most used weapons. Never showed this weapon. But normally when you play this, you'll get like 1500 bolts, so we're at 17,000. Let's see how much we get. Already getting a lot more. So yeah, I'll show like the first 2 planets or something, just so you can see that you're actually collecting a lot more bolts. And what it's like to play this game once you already collected the other weapons. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and use the weapons I haven't used, but this Morpho Ray turns enemies into chickens. Never pulled out this flamethrower. This is actually a really good weapon, but in fact, I shouldn't have been so cheap. I had a lot of bolts left over, so I could have actually bought this. This flamethrower is pretty cool. And when you're playing New Game Plus, you have access to stuff like goodies, in which you can see the skill points. Now, funny enough, they don't tell you how to actually unlock them. But once you actually unlock them, it tells you how it is that you get them, which is kind of funny. But you can find a guide for that online, either GameFAQs or YouTube, or just doing a quick Google search. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show all the weapons. I already showed the Glove of Doom and the blaster. This weapon has its use. What it does is, as you can see, it spawns a mine, and when an enemy gets near it, it's gonna blow them up. Now, it does give you a lot of ammo, but I don't really use that all that much. You already know what the Taunter does, the Walloper. Which, it looks cool, but I'd rather use a wrench because this is very limiting. You can't use this weapon in the air, unlike your wrench. What else is there? That's about pretty much everything. I haven't showed this decoy glove. The Rhino, you have to wait till the next episode, because I've got quite a bit of grinding to do, but New Game Plus plays a lot faster. In fact, I could beat this in a few hours. Now, what this does is, I don't think it'll work on this. Oh, it will. Look at that. That distracts the enemy. But yeah, when I'm playing this in New Game Plus, this Tesla Claw is what I use 90% of the time. Now, we started at 17,000 and we're already at 2,500, so it does seem to have a bolt multiplier of ×2, or somewhere around there. Oh, I can't wait till I get this upgraded version. Yeah, because we pretty much got, as you can see, we pretty much got 3,000 volts. Normally you get 1,500, so everything is ×2, apparently. Give or take. And we play New Game Plus. I just skipped through all the cutscenes. I've already showed all these. A lot of this is going to be the grind to get the bolts necessary to buy everything. You need like, what, 400,000 something bolts? 150 from the Rhino, 30 from the nanotech, that's 180. 2 of the weapons I think are 60,000 for the gold bolts. Gold weapons, the Tesla Claw and the Devastator. And let's go ahead and show this. Now, there's a way to get to it in Gemlik like I showed you on the first playthrough. And you can still access that in New Game Plus, but starting in New Game Plus, you can actually buy all the weapons from this room. So, Tesla Claw 60,000, Bomb Glove 20, Devastator 60, Processors 30, 10,000 for the Mine Glove, 20 for the blaster, 20 for the morph array, 10,000 for the glove of doom and decoy glove, which those are pretty damn cheap. I'll show this level and then I'm gonna actually... Now what I do in New Game Plus is I honestly just... I play through how I normally would, but I don't have to worry about collecting gold bolts. I can skip the cutscenes. Well, you can skip the cutscenes on the... Actually, this PS2 version, I don't remember if you can skip the cutscenes. I don't think you can. Your first time playing through. But once New Game unlocks, you have no trouble skipping cutscenes. Man, this weapon runs out of ammo very fast, doesn't it? So as you can see, you get bolts a lot faster. In fact, what I might do is play until I get the armor magnetizer and I could just speed this up. I can go back to Blackwater and just leave this running for like an hour or two. Probably get like 100,000 bolts an hour. I'm guessing playing all the way to the end of the game on New Game Plus will probably net me like 200,000 bolts, maybe, give or take. Still gotta do those, still gotta pay those bolt stipulations like normal, but... Yeah, look at all these bolts. Now, as you can see, New Game Plus, you can get bolts a lot faster. I've already got 5,000 since I started, and it's quite a bit to go. So yeah, New Game Plus, pretty fun. You're basically just you can really just run through this a lot faster. It's a lot of gameplay. I always go Metropolis first. That way I don't have to backtrack. Now I'm not picking up as much ammo as I'd like. I'm about to switch to another weapon soon. Now there's definitely a lot more There's a lot more enemies. I think more enemies spawn once you play New Game Plus, but... Or maybe all these enemies were here, but... No, I think it's the same enemies. Okay, perfect. I was gonna say, it seemed like the game didn't want to give me any ammo. So yeah, it's probably only gonna be 2 episodes left. This episode and then the episode in which I pretty much buy the final remaining things and I show you what all the gold variants of the weapons do. Because they all, for the most part, come with an upgraded perk. You can expect these 2 episodes to come, well, the final episode and this episode are going to be recorded today. The same day I'm recording. The other episode's probably going to take a bit longer, but I've already been uploading quite a few episodes every day, so might be a delay on this final episode because it's going to take a while to grind. But when I do that, we'll be playing with the game sped up, so it won't take too long. And of course, like I mentioned in the other episode, for those who probably haven't heard it, I will be playing Final Fantasy IV, the PSP version next. That is the complete collection. That is my favorite version of Final Fantasy IV. But that 3D version is a very close second. And for that, I like to play the Steam version, as opposed to the DS version. Who knows, maybe at some point I'll get around to that, because Final Fantasy IV has amazing replay value. Let's see. Now, I don't know if I'd say the same replay value as 3, because 3 has a job system, but with all the different versions of Final Fantasy IV, I always play with the main party. So maybe at some point I'll experiment with the other characters. Characters like Yang and apparently Porum, I forget what it is, but I don't see how they compare to Rosa. I don't know. Rosa and Rydia. Because those are like my 2 favorite characters in the original Final Fantasy IV. Well, just Final Fantasy IV in general. Look at that. We started with 17,000 and just like that we've already got 10,000 bolts. so it won't take long to get everything. It would take normally like a few playthroughs, but well, it normally only takes me. I can normally get everything on my second New Game Plus. Starting this New Game Plus with every weapon except for the Rhino, definitely that's a nice head start. All the gold bolts go towards the Rhino, the nanotech, and the gold weapons. But yeah, Final Fantasy IV is going to be quite a bit of fun. Now, I've actually played through that game quite a few times, but I don't know that game like Final Fantasy III, so definitely be resorting to quite a bit of guides. In terms of optional bosses, depending on what version you're playing. I've never actually fought the one on the 3D remake. I think it's called Proto Babel or something. But I'll get to that at some point. The PSP version has that dragon. I forgot the name of the area in which you find it, but because I haven't actually played 4 in a while. In fact, last time I played 4 was I think like, well, I played the Pixel Remastered, but that was just the main game. I played through that like 6 months ago. The actual last time I played before that was the 3D version, and that was like 3 years ago. I haven't played the PSP version in like 5 years. 4 or 5 years. It's been a while. But I still remember quite a bit about it. In fact, that game can be pretty hard because of the way how levels work in that game. A lot of the characters join at you. They join at the same level as what Cecil is, so once I get to a certain point, I'm actually gonna grind Cecil solo. That way, whenever everybody else joins, they'll join at a high enough level. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna sum it up for this episode. Essentially, what I'm gonna be doing off screen is I'm gonna be playing through the game, collecting a whole lot of bolts, so that I can get enough bolts to buy the Rhino. In fact, when you see me on the next episode, I'll already have the gold Tesla Claw. But on that episode, I'll actually have all the bolts needed to buy all the remaining gold weapons, the Rhino, and the premium nanotech. So yeah, I will catch you guys on the next part, and that will be the final part of this Let's Play. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next part. See ya.